So they just announced like all the specifics about the Astrid and Lucas rework. Like said, they announced like more about like the coming changes to Ascension Skills yesterday, but I knew there's another announcement for Astrid coming, so I was just waiting for that, and now it's here. We'll go look at it. But yeah, Astrid and Lucas, long been like one of the worst heroes in the game. I actually really like them. Like conceptually, I mean, I like Astrid as a character and stuff, but she's unfortunately not been very good pretty much the entire time I've played. Well, pretty much. Well, maybe since Sebastian was introduced. I think she was okay before that, but unfortunately, Sebastian kind of changed the metagame enough to where she was not good anymore. But yeah, let's go read the announcement. Alright, so it says Astrid and Lucas are getting stronger. Astrid and Lucas have been hunting together for a long time, but it's about time this duo learned a few new tricks. We're giving their base kit a solid upgrade, making Lucas considerably more dangerous once his rage kicks in, and improving the way he and Astrid support each other. And with 2 new Ascension skills on top of that, they might soon have room in their hunting party for a few familiar faces. Right, first, the base kit improvements. Lucas is getting much more dangerous in rage form. His attacks will harder become AoE, allowing to tear several enemies at once. Oh my gosh, now this is the kind of change Lucas needs. Like Lucas, he was never much of a damage dealer. He was kind of like a pseudo tank against like certain like heroes. So long as the other team didn't have a lot of hits, like he could kind of tank Ishmael. But like if they have like multi-hit attacks or whatever, like or they're like like Lucas would just disappear pretty quickly. But yeah. And if those enemies are affected by Hunter's Mark, they can all be stunned by his attacks, not just primary target. Awesome. So he can stun too. AE stuns. I mean, obviously stuns could be blocked by Ode Destroy and stuff, but maybe if it's really good, maybe you can strip Ode a bit. Rampant Nature finally benefit the whole duo at the same time. The effect will always apply to both Astrid and Lucas, including while Lucas is raging. When Lucas gains the buff as he transforms, Astrid gets it too. Hunter's Mark is becoming much more reliable, no longer count as a negative effect, meaning it can't be blocked or cleansed by Sebastian's similar abilities. And there's another important change here. Astrid's Mark will now be the same Hunter's Mark used by Adam, setting the stage for interesting teamwork between the Hunters. This is a change I recommended, like literally when Adam was first introduced, and also my other video the other. I said, I think the devs might have watched my video because it feels like some of this was in response to that video I made about how nobody cared about Titans or whatever. We needed like Ascension reworks and stuff. I almost feels like if they might have seen that video because because this is exactly the change I suggest. Because like it's like if there was like a tracker mark and hunter mark, like they're so similar name. Like said, in Astrid being kind of a weak hero really could benefit from having some synergy like that, and they're actually going to do that. So yeah, sense of interest, teamwork between hunters. A lot of that, like, team combos haven't been that useful except Undead, but, maybe we can actually, like, maybe there'll be something here. And again, if Astrid's actually worth using again, like Astrid, Adam could be fun. Adam's actually a decent hero. Astrid's one of those heroes I always wished was good, but never was, really, so... Yeah, Hardened Temper, Ascension 2. So this is Ascension skills we're going in. Wild Rampant Nature is active. Astrid gains damage resistance. Keep developing skill, and at its highest grade, that protection will spread to every hunter on the team. While Luke's in rage form, suddenly his temper becomes everyone's problem or benefit of whichever side you're on. So she can actually give some damage resistance to Adam. Adam has dodge, so it's probably going to be more relevant for like magic damage, I assume. Like or peer damage. I guess we'll have to see how it works when it's there, but Thrill of the Hunt, Ascension 5, Astrid will start every battle with additional rage. Bring Luke to action soon. Okay, so it's just gonna be like a rage version of Public Idol. So that's good. That'll be good. Alright, at its highest grade, the hunt becomes a team effort whenever another hunter damages an enemy. Carrying Hunter's Mark, Astrid gains even more rage. Alright, put everything together, and Astrid and Luke's are no longer getting bigger numbers. Lucas becomes much more threatening presence, and once unleashed, Astrid gets better at supporting both him and the team, and hunters like Adam could effectively feed into the game plan instead of simply fighting alongside them. Looks like hunting alone is officially out of fashion. Missed article about Ascension Season. Follow the link to learn details, and we'll go read that in a second. But I like this art. This art's pretty cool. We were raising Astrid. It's been at least 2 years since we promised first hero's not done. Said people, it's Ascension, it's still not done. Well, let's see the turtles again. Money. Some people aren't that as excited, but that's fine. We really need lure turtles and Larcraft. Yes, a lot of people want that, but that's it. Let's go to the Ascension article. I have that one here, so let's go there. Alright, so this is like the Ascension changes. So Ascension Season, it's time for veteran heroes to shine. Dominion keeps growing with new heroes, new teams, and new ways to play. But themes can be a little trickier for some old favorites. Many have been waiting for new Ascension skills for years, while others simply haven't kept up with how much the game has changed around them. We want to start coming back to these heroes much more often instead of limiting updates to occasional rework. We want to gradually give them new skills, revisit mechanics that could use some attention, and help familiar faces find their way back into current teams. That's exactly why we're introducing Ascension Seasons. Each season will focus on one hero, bring them into new Ascension skills that you'll be able to try out and develop over 25 days. If that hero could use a little more attention overall, we may also update parts of their base kit alongside new skills. Astrid and Lucas will be the first to give this new system a try. The duo will receive 2 new Ascension skills and updates to their base abilities. While also joining as part of the new hunter group. We won't get into all the details here, though. We'll have a separate article on exactly what's changing for Astrid and Lucas, what that means for Astrid, yeah, because they said there's going to be a separate article. My God, I knew it was coming probably today, is why I waited to just talk about this all in one video. Okay, so how does the season actually work? A lot of it should feel pretty familiar. Each Ascension season will last 25 days and feature a progression track packed with rewards. There's no separate game mode to worry about. You'll earn season points by playing Arena and Grand Arena, Guild War, Clash of Worlds, Campaign, other familiar modes. Bring season hero along, and you'll earn even more points. Okay, this is actually kind of good. It's just normal game modes, so no that BS. As you progress through the season, you'll collect rewards along 2 new resources, Ascension Dust and Ascension Shards. These aren't used to move along the reward track itself. Instead, they go directly towards develop 2 new skills. Yeah, apparently the skills aren't just like you buy it and it's there. It's now you have to develop it, so each skill has its own progression, so if you've gathered enough resource for the next upgrade on one, no need to wait for the other. At the start of the season, everyone who owns the feature hero will immediately receive both new skills in their initial form. From there, each skill can be developed through several additional stages, becoming stronger along the way and unlocking its most interesting effects closer to max progression. What happens when the season ends? No, everything doesn't just disappear. The progress you made on skills will be saved. The season gives you an early opportunity to try these new abilities, start developing them. Once it ends, the skills will remain available if you developed corresponding Ascension branches, purchased the Ascension Season Gold ticket, or picked up one of the seasonal offers. Any unused Ascension Dust and Shards won't go to waste either, and will be automatically exchanged once the season ends. And most importantly, Astrid and Lucas are only beginning. We want to use Ascension Seasons regularly to revisit familiar heroes to give them new abilities. If everything goes according to plan, we're hoping to feature roughly 1 new hero each month. First Ascension Season expected in the first half of September. We'll have much more to share about Astrid and Lucas, their new skills, and why hunters might want to start paying a little more attention very soon. I think in another house they said something like the 3rd of September. Was there like an announcement like that? But maybe it could be got back. But I expect it'll probably be like in the first week of September. It's gonna be probably next week sometime. We'll see. Yeah, probably be a golden ticket thing. It'll probably be a golden ticket, but there'll be a free tier and stuff. So at least it's not going to be super time demanding, but we'll see. It's like, I wonder how will this affect the old Ascension? It doesn't say anything about that, but let's just go back to the game now. All right, yeah, so that's should be happening soon. Astrid's one of those heroes I always thought could be a lot of fun. I always kind of liked her conceptually, but always been kind of underwhelming. But yeah, Tracker's Mark's going to become Hunter's Mark, which is like Adam's Mark that he does from the bounty. That is from his ult, and she'll be able to put those on too. And if it's a pet said, so if enemies with a Hunter's Mark, like Lucas will be able to stun, and Lucas will be able to do AE damage, be AE stuns. Yeah, like I said, and he does, like I said, he was doing extra damage, so he could stay out of in his theme, but right, so how Astrid works, so she doesn't have energy. She has rage. Every time she attacks, she gets 17% rage with each attack. And once, so 6 attacks is 100%. And then Lucas can transform. With her Ascension skill, she'll be able to have essentially your version of Public Idol, be able to start with a lot more rage. And get Lucas out faster. Lucas doesn't have health. He doesn't benefit from defense buffs or anything. He doesn't have health. What he does, and when he takes damage, Astrid loses 7% rage every time he takes damage. So depending on the team, he can disappear real quick. So we'll have to see if they adjust those numbers at all. Against a certain team, if it was super singular, let's say is Ishmael, Nebula, Sebastian, Martha, Fafnir, you could probably tank a team like that with Astrid and Lucas. But for most parts, Lucas just unfortunately just wasn't very good. And just couldn't really benefit from the fact that Astrid doesn't use energy, so she doesn't care about heroes like Jorgen because she doesn't use energy, so Jorgen's abilities don't really work on her. But yeah, now if we go to if we can find Not Yasmin. Yasmin, eat her up. We don't, come on. We have any, like, that's a full team. But yeah, like, that's a lot of multi-hit stuff. Hey, Maya. Cornelis. Oh, this might work. This is current power, but I put that up there. So yeah, she has Vex, Fenris, Mara. Usually Vex is the one you want. Sure. Okay, let's try this here. So, yeah, so every time she attacks, she gets some rage. It's not energy, it's rage. 6 hits is enough to get her to full rage. Oh, not quite. I thought Cornelis wouldn't do so much damage. Is there any? That's a Titan challenge. Battle challenge. We're all here. We have to do a full team. Oh, here we go. This will work. This will work. This will work. Okay. Actually, now it's the other way. We're too strong. But yeah, there you go. Lucas, you see how Lucas is? Like, and every time he takes damage, it loses 7% rage, but she can recharge it on her regular attack because she gets 17. So against, like, you know, like, enemies, against teams that don't have a lot of hits, it's really just number of hits. It doesn't even matter damage because there's not HP. It's a completely different, like, mechanic. And I didn't see anything about changing how that works. They might just, like, how much, like I said, they're going to adjust how much rage Astrid starts with her Ascension skills. I didn't see anything necessarily about Lucas having, like, less rage, like, lost when he gets hit. I don't know. We'll have to see if anything changes that way, but, like, he could potentially be good. Like, but it's, like, the higher damage with the Hunter's Mark now working more like Adams, with Astrid being able to get him out faster, like, he might actually be useful. Like, at least they're useful against certain teams. Like, he might not ever be, like, they might not ever be top tier, but at least they might not be, you know, trash tier. Like, they might be actually useful, or at least counters to certain teams. Like I said, potentially, like, right now, about the only reason you ever use her is maybe against Ishmael, but then you'd have to develop her, and you could just use Krista instead. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm really interested to see how this works, see what kind of synergy she has with Adam here, because Adam, like, he also, this again, it's Hunter's Mark is his, well, he gets his ultimate here. Like, he does ultimate, he puts a Hunter's Mark on. Now, Astrid will be able to do Hunter's Mark as well, and they will have the synergy there, and, like, so you can get those on more here targets faster, so the Fan to Hammer will do more ricochet damage faster and stuff, so eventually they could be really good together. We'll have to see. Like, a lot of the special, like, you know, roles, like, you know, not been that relevant except Undead. Like, that's kind of like the only one that's ever been particularly relevant. And even that one's kind of, like, just barely. You know, it's kind of like, so it's just one of those things. Hasn't been mattered that much, but, hey, at least they're trying to get some more synergy there. Like, in the very least, just having Astrid's, Hunter Tracker's Mark become a slightly better, becoming a slightly better Hunter's Mark and have synergy with Adam is really as an upgrade. So, it's one of those things I suggest in my video, which always makes me wonder, they must have, the devs watched that video or not. They must have. Like, almost feel some of these changes almost feel like there's a response to that video. Like, or the original announcement about the pets and stuff, and how, oh, it's a Titan. But, yeah, anyway, if you want to know more about, like, the new pets and stuff, though, like, because we have new pets coming, too, and I have a video about it, which you can find down below. As always, thank you for watching.